Good morning, children. Welcome back to online class. I am Mrs. Kala. I am a physics teacher. So, in this session, we are going to discuss the graphical representation of the motion along a straight line. So, in this chapter, we are discussing the linear motion based on the graph only. Okay. So the distance or the displacement, or we could able to draw a graph, speed or velocity. It helps us to understand the certain things about time and the position. So what is the position of an object, what is the time taken, or what is the distance covered by an object, that and all we could able to understand with the help of the graph. Okay. So first we are going to move on to the first graph, the distance time graph for uniform motion. So already we discussed uniform motion. Yes, children, what is uniform motion? The object moves in a straight line path. It covers a equal distance in equal intervals of time. Equal distance and equal intervals of time. Okay, now let us consider this tabular column also. Here the object is moves from a point where it is moving. It is a starting point. The distance is 0 only. So the time is also is 0, and it is travels a 500 meter distance. Now what is the time taken here? 5 minutes. And after that the object moves in a 1000-meter distance. If the time taken is given 10, and 1500 meter distance travel, it takes a time is 15 minutes, and 2000 meters the time taken is 20 minutes, and 2000 it gives us what is the 25 minutes. The readings are given like that. Is it's given as the example for uniform motion. So we could able to draw a graph based on the distance and the time values, because we are going to draw a distance time graph values only. So always the time value is taken as a x-axis values, and the distance is represented in the y-axis values. Now we have to plot out the points also, that is the graph can be plotted. And first we have to take as a noted the values also. It's the time is represented in the x-axis, and to the displacement, the distance is acting along the y-axis. Now we could able to point out the values in the x-axis 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The points can be noted. And the y-axis we have taken as an interval 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500, like that we could able to take as. Okay. So first we have to point at 0, 0. That is the x-axis value is also 0, y-axis value is also is there. It comes for the origin. And the x-axis value is 5 and y-axis value is 500. Already you know how to draw the graph, isn't it? So now we have to point out, note out the points of the time as well as in the distance we have to note it. And we have to we have to join these lines or join these points. It gives us a one straight line only. So we could look at the distance time graph. We notice few things. First, it is a straight line. First, it is what? It is a straight line. And second, we notice that the person covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. So we can conclude that he walked at a constant distance. He walked means what? The object moves in a constant speed. And after that only we could able to find out. So we could able to say what is the speed, or the speed traveled by an object we could able to find out. Already we know the speed formula. What's the speed formula? The speed is equal to a distance covered by time taken. Distance covered by what? Time taken. So in this place you have to draw a one slope also. Slope means what? You have to draw a one line. This line is parallel to the x-axis. So it gives us a triangle. No, this is only is called as the slope. So we could able to find out what is the speed value also. So speed is nothing but a distance covered by time taken. Here the distance covered. B belongs to, we have to draw a dotted lines, and C also you have to draw a dotted lines. It touches on the y-axis. The readings are shown 2000 and here it is given 1500. What is the difference? 500. So the equal distance is taken as a 500 meter. And what is the time interval here? And C2 you have to draw a dotted lines, it touches on the x-axis, and similarly you have to draw a dotted lines and it is touches on the what, the x-axis. So AC. So what is the time interval here? This is taken as 15 and this is taken as 20. So 20 minus 15, what will come? 5. So what is the speed formula? Speed is equal to distance by time. The distance is taken as what value? 500 and time is taken as 5. So what will come? 500 by 5 is equal to 100 meter per minute. So 1 minute the object moves with a particular speed. It covers a distance is 100 meter. This only shows in the distance time graph. And now let us consider one more example also. Using this example, we could able to comparison of the speed. We could able to compare. Now let us consider say 3 different peoples. We have to consider as A, B, C like that. Okay. So the A is walking, B is cycling, and C person is going in a car. Okay. So how they are going? A is walking, B is cycling, and C is going in a car. And they 3 of them moving in the same path only. So we know that cycling can be faster than walking, isn't it? And a car can go faster than a cycle. So the distance time graph of the 3 would be given in the following graph also. So walking A person, cycling B person, and C is riding in a car. The slope of the line on the distance time graph becomes steeper and steeper as the speed increases. So the speed value increases, it gives us a steeper line or it's taken as a straight line only. So this is only is taken as a comparison of the speed. So in the distance time graph, it gives us the object motion, whether it comes for the uniform motion or in the non-uniform motions, and also the motion of an object is taken as a straight line. And second, it gives us a equal, it covers a equal distance in equal intervals of the time. And third one, it gives us the comparison of the speed values also. So next we got to move on to the distance time graph for the non-uniform motion. So what is non-uniform motions? It's an unequal distance in equal intervals of time. This is only is taken as what? Non-uniform motions. See the tabular column values is also. See this tabular column also we could able to identify whether it comes for the uniform motion or in the non-uniform motion. First see the time, the 2 seconds. The distance traveled by the object is 1 meter. And in 4 seconds, it travels a distance is 4 meter. And after 6 seconds, it travels a distance is 9. See the distance here. In the first the 2 seconds, it travels a distance is 1 meter. And 4 seconds, it travels a distance is 4. So 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 meter distance. It's needed. And again see the third one. It covers the distance, the distance is 9 meter. But in the time interval, this is what? Equal only. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. The time is taken as a equal interval, but the distance not in the equal values. Isn't it? Using this values, we could able to plot a graph, and the graph shows like that only. So using this, the distance time graph for the non-uniform motion, we could able to come for the conclusions. The graph is not a straight line. Already you know the straight line is needed. This is only is taken as what? A straight line. But in the distance time graph for the non-uniform motion is given as a what? It's not a straight line. It is taken as a curved line only. And second one, the nature of the graph shows non-linear variation of the distance traveled by an object with respect to the time. Non-linear means what? It's not a straight line. Thus, the graph represents the motion with non-uniform speed. So, the object covers the unequal distance in the equal intervals of the time. So we could not able to say the speed is also what? The uniform value. The speed is also is taken as a non-uniform values only. So using the distance time graph, we could able to find out the based on the uniform motion and the non-uniform motions. In the uniform motion, the graph is a straight line. In the non-uniform motion, the graph is not a straight line. Are you understand, children? Based on this only, we could able to find out the speed of an object. Thank you, children. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, my dear students. In the previous class, we completed our first lesson, Matter Around Us. So, just we go through the lesson and I recall the important points. Children, what is matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. What is non-matter? A thing do not have mass and do not occupy space is called non-matter. What are the differences between a matter and non-matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. A thing do not have mass and do not occupy space is called non-matter. Based on chemical composition, matter is classified as pure substances and impure substances, that is mixtures. What is a pure substance? Which substance is made up of only one kind of particle? That substance is called as a pure substance. And pure substance is further classified as elements and compounds. So, elements and compounds are a pure substance. Element. Substances in their simplest forms are called an element and which we cannot be broken further. And it is made up of only one type of atom. Then, what is a compound? Two or more elements combined chemically to form a new substance. That new substance is called a compound. A compound is always made up of two or more different types of atom. Mixture. You know, mixture is an impure substance. It contains two or more kinds of elements or compounds are both physically mixed together in any ratio. So, mixture, the substances mixed physically, but in compounds, the elements are mixed chemically. Mixture is classified as homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So, students, what is the classification of matter? Based on chemical composition, matter is classified as pure substances and impure substances. Pure substance is further classified as element and compound. Mixture is classified as homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Next, separating mixtures. What are the separation techniques we discussed? Sublimation method, centrifugation method, solvent extraction method, simple distillation method and chromatography method. And students, what is the simplest chromatography technique? Paper chromatography. Very good. What is sublimation? The process of a solid directly converted into gas without passing the liquid state is called sublimation. And using this sublimation method, we can separate the sublimes like iodine, ammonium chloride. Next method, centrifugation. In this centrifugation method, a centrifuge machine rotates at a very high speed. On being rotated by centrifugal force, the heavier solid particles move down and the lighter liquid remains at the top. In this method, we can separate a solid liquid mixture. And next method, solvent extraction method. Solvent extraction method is otherwise called liquid extraction method. In this method, two immiscible liquids can be separated. And next method, simple distillation method. This method is also used to separate two liquids whose boiling points differ more than 25 Kelvin. And next separating method is fractional distillation. In fractional distillation is also used to separate the two liquids whose boiling points differ less than 25 Kelvin. And next method, paper chromatography. In this paper chromatography method is used to separate the different colored dyes in a sample of ink. Next, solutions. What is meant by solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Based on the particle size, solution is classified as true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. The particle size of the true solution is 1 nanometer. The particle size of colloidal solution is 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. And the particle size of suspension is more than 100 nanometer. Next, Brownian movement. What is meant by Brownian movement? The continuous zigzag motion of the colloidal particle suspended in a gas or a liquid is called Brownian movement. What is meant by Tyndall effect? A strong beam of light is focused on a colloidal solution. The path of the beam becomes visible. This phenomenon is known as Tyndall effect and the illuminated path is called Tyndall cone. This phenomenon is not observed in case of true solution. And next, emulsion. Emulsion is a special kind of colloidal solution. And emulsion is a colloid of two or more immiscible liquids where one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. So, next class we start the second lesson. Thank you.